that's when I feel the most pumped. That's when I feel like my glutes are like gonna explode. Like those are the best days. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Melania. We're here today at Redcon Gym once again in Boca, and I'm gonna walk you through my top 5 glute exercises that help me build my glutes and then add in some hamstrings as well. Let's go. So basically, first things first, I like to start off with glute days on my hip abductions. The one where I'm going inside here. Every like glute day or on my quad days too, I incorporate it. I do the one that's going in facing this way for my inner thighs, and then the one we'll switch over to that one too for my glutes and then my outer thighs as well. But I always warm up on here. This is the first thing I do every single glute day. For every single exercise I do, whether it's like lower body, upper body, especially for like warm-up sets, I do 1 to 2 warm-up sets, which is like lightweight, not until failure. And then once I get warm, that's when I start doing my working sets, which after that is like 2 to 3 until failure heavy working sets. So right now I'm still on my warm-up. For my inner thighs in this area, so I'm pushing in. So this one's not really for my glutes, but I still like to get warm on this machine, so I'm just ready for the whole workout. A lot of people hate on this machine because some people don't think like it doesn't work for your glutes, but there's like different kinds of ways you could work the machine, especially this one. I don't know about other machines, but you could lean this one back, and I feel it so much more in my glutes when I'm leaned back. But this machine is the only one that I've seen that leans back. So hopefully your gym has like the option to lean it back. But if not, I'll show you another way that I could do. Again, I work really slow and controlled on all of my movements. Even when I'm bringing it out, I try to hold it out for a second. Just focus on feeling your muscles. Here, I feel it a lot in my side glutes. When I first started the gym, this was the machine that I was on like every single day, and I was putting like heavy weight, and I was just like, I need to like find a video of it, but it was embarrassing the way I was doing this machine. I was like so high weight, and I was moving so fast with the exercise. I never felt it in my glutes. It's so different now. Like I switch up so many things, and I work so slow whenever I'm doing my glutes. I feel it. So it's different for every person, but for me, I work extremely slow and controlled, and I feel it so much more in my glutes. Another thing I like to focus on when I'm on here, I like to point my toes. I'll explain it on other movements too. Whenever I'm doing any glute exercises, I point my toes outwards. So my heels are more in, and then my toes are pointed more outwards like that. I feel that more, for me, I feel that more in my glutes. Helps me feel it more in my glutes, because I also forgot to mention, I am quad dominant, very quad dominant, and my quads right now are completely overpowering my glutes and my hamstrings. Like it makes it look like, my quads make it look like I have no glutes and hamstrings. My priority right now is to focus on my glutes and my hamstrings, because my quads are overdeveloped. So I only have 1 quad focus leg day, and then I have 2 glutes and hamstrings a week. So 3 lower body workouts a week, but 2 of them are for my glutes, because that's what I really need to focus on. 3 more. Okay. Today, basically I want to walk you guys through just like the top exercises of my glutes. I'm supposed to be having some hamstrings. I'll throw in some hamstrings, like the movements we're going to be doing. It's still going to be working your hamstrings, but I want to focus today a lot on my glutes. So that's what today is going to be about. This was the first one. First exercise I do every single glute day. One of my favorite. I love it. I always start with it too to get warm up. It gets my glute day started really good. Okay, next exercise. Second exercise I really do like for my glutes, which also target my hamstrings a lot, are RDLs. Very basic, but I love RDLs. But I'm gonna walk it through the way that I like to do RDLs. This is very specific way that I do them that help me target my glutes more. So I'm gonna walk that through. I like to do a lot of my movements on Smith machine. I used to do free weight a lot. I still do free weight here and there, but I'm very big on like where I feel my exercise. When I'm doing RDLs and hip thrusts, I feel it a lot more in my glutes and my hamstrings when I'm on Smith machine. So I just like to stick on Smith machine. When I'm doing my RDLs, my feet aren't like wide right here. They're just like somewhat shoulder width. My hands are pretty close. And what I do like to tell people, what I told myself and what I was telling like other girls that I train when I do RDLs, a lot of people have a lot of trouble doing RDLs, but basically one thing I was saying, I don't like to think of it as like an up and a down movement. I'm not going like up and down. I'm not trying to think of it. What I'm trying to think it of is like out. I'm pushing my glutes out and then back in. I'm not using my hands to pull the weight. I'm using my glutes and my hamstrings. I'm going out and I'm using my glutes and my hamstrings to lift the bar back up. I know it's like hard to think that. It's gonna be hard in the beginning because you're holding the weight. Obviously you wanna use your hands to lift up the weight, but you have to try to just use your glutes and your hamstrings. You're going out, pushing your glutes out, and using your glutes and your hamstrings to lift all the weight back in. Another thing I also like to explain to like other girls that I train, I try to imagine pushing my feet and my heels into the floor, like sinking, and that was the one thing that I changed that made me feel my RDLs so much more in my glutes. I was just doing like RDLs to do RDLs back then. I wasn't feeling it at all. Now, I just try to focus like I'm pushing, literally try to imagine you're pushing your feet into the floor, like you're trying to sink into the floor. I stop like right past my knees, like right here, and then I will use my glutes, my hamstrings to lift myself up. I'm pushing my feet into the floor, pushing it down, using my glutes and my hamstrings to lift up. Also, another thing I like to also tell people, which is very important for me, is when I'm doing RDLs, remember, keep your chin tucked. You're looking down. Don't go like this and look up at yourself in the mirror. First couple sets to make sure your form's good, look at yourself, but once you get that down, chin tuck, look down, just like that. Today, I don't really want to go heavy in weight. I want to stay light and just focus on feeling it in my glutes. There are days that I'm working like today. I really want to focus on going lighter in weight today and going higher in reps. I have different days like today. I really want to focus on going lighter weight. I'm only doing like 35 pounds on my RDLs, and I'm just really focusing on feeling it in my glutes, feeling like every muscle, every time I'm doing a little movement, I'm contracting, like I'm squeezing. Today that's what I want to focus on. Those are the kinds of days that really helped me personally, that really that's where I felt the most growth. Like, my ass feels pumped right now. Like, that's the best way to put it. Like, when I'm like working, like I slap 2 plates on, I work heavy. I do that like 2 whatever times a week, but the days that I'm lightweight and I'm feeling it in the muscles, that's when I feel the most pumped. That's when I feel like my glutes are like gonna explode. Like, those are the best days. So RDLs were my second. They're more focused also on my hamstrings, but I feel it in my glutes with the tips that I gave you: driving your heels down, pushing back, squeezing, working slow, lighter weight. Those are the things, the little tips that helped it like go from like working a lot of my hamstrings to my glutes. So if you're a person that is more like quad dominant, little tips like that really help target your glutes. So that was like my second exercise for building my glutes. Third, I would say my favorite one. I'll say my favorite one. My favorite glute exercise, everybody knows it. A lot of people do it, hip thrusts. But there is a specific way that I like to do hip thrusts, because back then 2 years ago, I was just slapping on 2-3 plates and I looked like I had no idea what I was doing, and I was working so fast. Again, when I'm hitting glutes, it's a very slow workout. I'm working very, very slow. I'm literally feeling every single muscle, and I just like feel it working my glutes when I'm working slow. Again, today I don't really want to go heavy today. I want to focus on feeling it in my glutes. So that's what we're gonna start with. And I'm gonna give some like tips on how I like to do my hip thrusts. But also, like I said before, I like doing my hip thrust on Smith machine because that's where I feel it the most. Like free weight, I feel it. Smith machine, I personally like Smith machine more. From when I first started my fitness journey, hip thrust was always a staple, like always, but I was never doing it right for like a year and a half. One thing I like to say, I like to have my feet also shoulder width. I don't like them flared out. I don't like my knees flared out. I also like my legs at a 90-degree angle, like a little square. They shouldn't be out forward. They shouldn't be too close. It literally, for me, I feel it the best when my legs are literally at a 90-degree square. My shoulder blades back is right here. I'm going down, hitting as low as the machine goes here, because this machine doesn't go too low. Bringing it back up right here and squeezing my glutes as hard as I can. One tip also that I like to say, one of my mistakes were back then, I was working like this. My back was here and I was just going like this. That's not the way. The one tip that really helped me feel it a lot more in my glutes, also not hurt my lower back, it's a one movement. You're moving your whole body down with you. Like everything, you could tell how like my back, my shoulders, my chin, my neck, everything is moving down with me at the same time. I'm not just moving my hips like that. That's when you're like messing up your back. I'm moving everything with me like this and squeezing at the top. It's a one movement. Move everything in sync with you. For the first set, second set, I just do regular, like my regular hip thrust that I just showed you. And I'm gonna go maybe for like 15 reps, slow and controlled, pausing at the top, squeezing at the top. And then third set is the most important for me. That's when I'm like kicking my ass. That's gonna be like the kind of thing where I switch it up and I feel it the most, absolutely like destroys your glutes. So make sure you're watching until the third set, because that is what destroys my glutes. I'm going down, I'm leaving a pause at the top and squeezing. That's where I feel it in squeezing. One more. Okay. And it's like, back then, I had like 3-4 plates on, and I was doing the reps, and I felt absolutely nothing in my glutes. I'm at 35 pounds right now. 35 pounds on each side, and I feel it so well in my glutes. It's amazing. This is my third last set on hip thrust. I make this count. First 2, It was just a good, simple. Now I switch it up, it's the last one. Absolutely destroys my glutes. Can't feel my glutes after it. So I'm gonna walk you through exactly what I do. I like to start off, I'm gonna keep the same weight today, but I'm gonna do 15 the same way that I was just doing. Slow and controlled, 15. Same thing I just did. One more, and I hold it up here at the very top for 10 seconds. I'm squeezing, holding it up. I feel it in my glutes a lot. I keep it up there 15 seconds, I'm not racking it. And then I do 15 pulse reps like this. Short reps, a shorter range of motion. I'm working slow. Hold it up for another 10 seconds and that's it. Ow. And that's what one set of just 35 pounds. That's not high in weight, but that combination that I do, gone. Last set of hip thrusts, such an amazing finisher. You have to try, it's amazing. One of my favorite. Okay, basically the best way to put this machine is kind of similar to the one that I was doing the first one, the abductions, where I was just sitting up straight, going in and out here. It's at a different angle for my legs. I could put it out here, I could put it in here. I'm holding, I have a little seatbelt here, if I could find it. I'm holding against here. I love this machine so much. Again, I'm working very slow and controlled. It's amazing. I'm pushing it all the way out and I'm squeezing it. Bringing it all the way in and back out again. Amazing for my glutes. Hold it open, 10 seconds. Oh my. That was like the best set and like the best pump ever. Best pump ever. This machine gets me so right every single time. That was basically my top 5 favorite glute exercises. There's a lot more that I could be doing, but those for me are my top 5 that I do every single glute day. They're my favorite. They've helped me grow my glutes so much more. All those little tips and tricks help me so much more because I'm quad dominant and I have a lot of trouble growing into my glutes. So all those little things that I've been saying, like, and said during every single workout, help me grow my glutes, feel it in my glutes so much more. So try out those exercises. Let me know how it is for you guys. If you need it, if you have any questions about any exercises, comment down below, let me know. I'll try my best to help you guys with anything. And then also, we did hit 500 subscribers literally today, like 2 hours ago. And as promised, we're gonna do the $200 giveaway for ULTIMATEFIT. The ULTIMATEFIT website's gonna be down below, so you guys can just look it over. But to get into the giveaway, you have to be subscribed to YouTube, follow my TikTok, follow my Instagram. It's all gonna be down there what you need to be doing to enter the giveaway. Comment on the video, make sure you're following all my accounts. I'm gonna pick somebody randomly, enter all of your names down below, and then somebody gets a $200 gift card giveaway to ULTIMATEFIT. So thank you guys so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you guys try out the workout, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.